So before we get into today's video, I just wanted to make a personal message and put it in front of this video because it's very fitting considering the person that inspired this whole build and this whole journey sadly lost their life last week. We lost Dre. We lost one stock. It was a freak accident during a street race, and he was literally the person that inspired this build. If it wasn't for him, I would not have this car. I met Dre in March of this year at TX2K. Never met him before in my life before that. Never had spoken to him, and he was so welcoming, so cool, and so passionate, and he gave me the kind opportunity to drive his 240i, and that is literally what started this whole journey. I literally touched down back from the States last night, and this particular video that you're about to see was meant to go live yesterday, but I pulled it knowing that I wouldn't have time to put a personal message to his friends and family, if they are watching, to give my condolences and pay my respects. Whilst I don't condone street racing, I don't street race, I know that that was his passion, and things can go wrong and do go wrong. Although we love this and we never really think they're gonna go wrong, you know, sometimes they do, and it's such a shock. I mean, I'm still in shock. It just doesn't feel real, and I'm sure the people that are closer to him, you know, I can't even imagine what they're going through, you know. As I say, my relationship with Dre was pretty much based on this 240 build. It was only a few weeks ago that I was sending him pictures and videos of what you guys are about to see. He was super hyped for me, you know, he couldn't wait to see it completed, and yeah, man, it's such a shame. So I just wanted to give my condolences and also say what you will see in this video is my car doesn't have a cage in it. But since Dre's passing, I've made provision for that. The car is now booked in for a full cage to hopefully keep me safe if anything were to go wrong. I guess just be safe out there, guys. Take it to the track. Take it to the track, because if you don't hurt yourself, you could possibly hurt someone else, or both. Or it's just not worth it. And I think this drives that home. Please just leave some provision for safety devices. If you haven't got a cage, get a cage. Just do anything you can. Do you know what I mean? Like, let this be a lesson to it. If we can take one thing away from this, let it be a lesson. Let's just, you know, just be safe in what we do. So before we get into this video, I just wanted to say my condolences once again. Rest in peace, Dre. And this is for you, brother. This is for you.
If you don't have this, you're not going to compete.
That's it.
Especially not with us.
Woo! Get that another hit, bro. Oh!
You're fighting for second place now.
Woo! Like that.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
It's time to finally awaken the beast. I started this build with the Wizards at Osprey Performance around 4 months ago now, dropping them off a bone stock car, and unlike any of my usual builds, I decided it's go hard from the beginning or go home, cutting out any stages with the idea to build one of the fastest BMWs the world has ever seen. Inspired by a recent trip to the land of the free and linking up with the notorious One Stock and M Powerhouse, my perception of a fast BMW was rapidly changed. And after experiencing Dre's very own M240i, I knew I had to build my own. 4 months in the making and working with only the best businesses, today we reveal to you the complete build and starter for the very first time. You will not find another 240 like this in the country. She's ready, and the spec will blow your mind. For the best in universal premium ester containing engine oils and fuel additives for both petrol and diesel engines, check the links down below in the description. Officially gassed, powered by MANNOL.
Chris.
Jamie.
Back to the channel, bro. I haven't seen this car for a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Bro, it's a good day. Like, I take my hat off to you, Osprey, and literally everyone here who's been putting in the extra shifts to make sure this car is done. There's been a few hold-ups. That's kind of out of our hands.
It's expected,
you know?
unfortunately.
But today, it's the first start.
That's it. We're going to fire it up today. So look, we've given it a test start, but that's about as much as she's had. Brand new motor, brand new gearbox.
And do you know what's crazy? Right now, it's just sitting here looking so stock, bro. Like, I won't go too far around the car because the more I get close to the car, the more you start to see.
You start seeing all the magic.
But right now, it just looks like a nice, shiny Thunderknight purple M240i.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk us through kind of, I guess, where we last left off and kind of where we're at now,
Sure.
as in stages of position?
Cool. So last time you were here, I think we had everything stripped out and we just had the turbo kit fabricated.
Sure.
To the point where we could start the car on a standard engine with the basic turbo kit. There wasn't anything like downpipes or anything made. What we've done now, turbo kit's finished, race engine is built. The motor has been built to 2,000 horsepower spec. Look, advertising's advertising, but we're going to find out together how much you'll take.
For sure.
Gearbox, stage 3, pure drivetrain solutions hooked us up. So that's in, bullet torque converter, the whole toot. I mean, it's got all the top shelf stuff.
No, we ain't messed around.
We haven't messed around. And what's also nice is the list of suppliers and sponsors and guys that have jumped on board with us. There's also grown.
Yep.
So we've got a lot of new guys, some old guys. So it's a nice group of companies and people that have come together to produce this. So yeah, I'm very proud of the vehicle as where it stands. We've just completed the 3rd phase of the build, which is start up just before tuning, and then we've got to do phase 4, which we can maybe go through in a bit. What do you want to see first?
We all want to see what's going on under the bonnet. I've seen it already. I can't wait for everyone at home to see what he's about to show you because, yeah, things are about to get mad. And when I tell you, no stages in this bad boy, full send only.
This is gone full send from the get-go. She's full send.
Check out that. Look at that for an engine bay, guys. Like, the time, effort, and everything that has went into this is unreal. I mean, it's got the Thunderknight purple parts in the right place. It's just, you know what? It might as well be a show car right at this point because it just looks so mad.
So even like the powder coating, which the guys across at Wheelworks did for us. I mean, Louis and them worked together and they took the time to like mask everything out perfectly.
Yeah.
The finish is just fantastic.
Mate,
we don't have any cracks anywhere. We don't have any stuff where it's not supposed to be. So it's been powder coated properly.
Yeah.
So we basically had the head rebuilt by Sam CONNAUGHT at CONNAUGHT Racing Engines.
Shout out to him.
He's brilliant, man.
Mate, he's done a few of my heads before, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you
he does my tag and everything.
To hook up. Went to visit him and the guy is just marvelous, man.
Yeah.
He knows what he's talking about. He's not a bullshitter, straight to the point. My kind of guy, I like that. That's good. So he's rebuilt the head. Head's been all done. This head will easily rev to 8,500 RPM with a smile on his face, not a problem. Bottom end, we built the bottom end here by us. We used parts supplied by 5150.
Sure.
And they are rated up to 2,000 horsepower. It's the CP Carrillo group, and it's called the Pro Extreme series. So they market it as capable of 2,000 horsepower. So that means it's got thicker wrist pins, it's got better ring gaps, better ring glands, better rings in total. Bottom end wise, bearing wise, we're just stuck with ACLs. That's just the industry standard for this type of build. What else did we do? Oh, ARP, the good stuff.
Yes.
So 625s, all over the show. She's not going to lift the head.
Yeah.
So
she's bolted down.
We're good. We're good for that 50 to 60 PSI.
Yeah. We've got a little bit of magic going. I don't know. We're not going to say it, but we've got a little bit of magic because you know people are lifting heads. We don't have to say too much, I guess.
Okay.
But what I will say about the head, it's also fully built head by GSE. You touched on it, but we're talking stage 2.
It's the whole 9
cams,
yards.
valve springs, everything is done. So massive shout out to GSE. It's sick. Let's talk about the snail and also the manifold. Bro, it's just all mad.
There's a lot of companies that came on board. So it was supplied by TURBOZENTRUM. It's a Precision 7275. We had Funk Motorsport jumped on board. They helped us with a bit of heat management.
Sure.
And IMMICO jumped on board.
Hard to see down there, but
yeah, they've done a lot of our cars. I've got a good relationship with them. They rang me up and said, look, let's do something on Jamie's car. So no worries, we've done that. They've done a fantastic job.
It's like OEM heat management, isn't it? I love this kind of stuff. It's the little things, this car isn't thrown togetger. This car is
everything's been thought out, planned out.
Yeah.
That's lunch. There's like other companies we worked with on Instagram that I found that made things like this, which is part of the PCV system, which we'll explain in a bit. Black market racing? Can't remember. You can just add him in the section below, but yeah,
for sure.
He's got some fantastic stuff. He actually builds Supras and stuff, so he's got a lot of little trick things like this that we've got in touch with. This is one of our bullet manifolds. Attached to this is a custom ice tank system that I can maybe show you. It's pretty cool. It's all on a control panel inside the car.
Sure.
So before a race starts, you'll hit the button and she'll just start pumping ice water through this. We are going to fit a secondary pump. We found now with our Supra, the pump after 2-3 rounds, it doesn't keep up. And we can't keep the temperatures down. You've got the capacity to flow large amounts of ice water through, but I think we need a booster pump maybe in the front just to help it recover after a run. I don't know if you remember last time we were going to actually put your fuel system in here.
Yes, that's correct.
We ended up just doing a more traditional setup, and we put your surge tank in the back.
Yep.
What we did also do, we changed from DW400s to Walbro 525s.
Okay, cool.
And that was basically, we wanted fuel capacity.
Got ya.
So keeping in with that 2,000 horsepower theme, we needed to back that up.
For sure.
And the Walbros are going to do that.
Yep. Now we are talking about a lot of power, 2000. We do know that we're probably going to run out of turbo quite early on.
Yeah, the turbo won't see that number. Realistically, 1,200 to 1,300. The cool thing is we have nitrous on this car. So, and it's got a proper controlling system, a control system.
Should we bring him around? Should we show him?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? When we go around, there's a lot to see in there.
There's a lot to see. So,
all right, yeah.
Sorry, guys, just bear with us. If you're interested, don't fast forward. If you just want to hear it run, just go somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
We still got to do the PCV system, which will be installed into here. That's by NUKE Performance. They also came on board. They supplied a lot of the stuff. You'll see the fuel system once I lift the car up. We have upsized injectors. So we're on a 1650cc injectors now. The car is going to run on ethanol. And again, coming back to our Supra and the development on that, we found the limit of the 1050s, and we find now that the 1650s are enough to get us into that 1200, 1300 horsepower range.
The inside of this car is insane. So yeah, I think the first standout thing in this car when you open the doors is our amazing looking TILLET B10 seats. We've teamed up with TILLET once again. I know firsthand how comfortable these are and how comfortable they don't look, so it's actually really deceiving. We went for a custom pattern here, purple hexagon stitch, TILLET in the headrest here with the M Sport logo underneath. Oh, we've even got a stereo. How about that? Street car and that.
I left you 2 speakers.
Yeah, so we've still got speakers. But yeah, essentially, guys, these seats are not only, I guess, functional in a way that they actually keep you nice and snug in the seat when you're actually trying to run a 7-second run, but also weight saving. The weight saving over the standard seat. I remember for my Porsche, I think it was 40 kg, 40, maybe 50 kg over the stock seats, fitting these exact seats into my Porsche. So hence I've run with these. I've got the B8 in my Integra, I've got these in my Porsche, and now in the BM, I am literally TILLET all the way, baby. Do you know what the thing is? When there's a good product, you stick with it, right?
Don't scratch what's when it's not itchy. This is the best, just stick with this.
For sure.
We could have gone for like a traditional full aluminium, but I mean, this it gives street ability to the car.
100%.
So it looks good on the racetrack, it does a job on the racetrack, and it's comfortable enough for the street. This is definitely first choice, I think, for all our cars run it too. So from our big race car, the 7-second car, right down to like JLo, the daily car, they're light enough and strong enough to do the job.
That's it. Now I'm gassed. I am absolutely gassed. But listen, the further you look, the more you see, and I think we've got to talk about how stripped out it is too. It is literally race car in here in terms of literally weight saving is key, I think, to go fast. And to put some emphasis on that, we're actually going to weigh the car at the end to show you how much we think we've lost from the stock weight.
So we obviously removed the cup holders. You still got cup holders in the door, not that you'll need them. We've still kept your USB, so that's, I know you're doing a lot of shooting and stuff, so you need powerful cameras and stuff like that. This is for the nitrous oxide system. So this is basically what we use to dial in the nitrous, how much nitrous we want to use and when the nitrous is to be introduced into the engine. Thermometer, so this is basically for the icebox system. This is attached to the manifold on one port on the manifold, so this will tell us our port temperature, our core temperature basically of the manifold. Once it reaches a certain temperature, then we know time to add some ice or whatever. And then just running through your checklist.
I love this.
So you obviously have a priming fuel pump that turns on when the car turns on. You can drive on that pump, it's not a problem. You need to activate this pump when you're going racing. Your third pump will be activated by your reflex. Water pump, that's just for your ice system. So anytime you're about to do a hit, you hit the pump. Rear wheel drive, so this is for when we do burnouts. Well, both of these buttons are for burnouts. This decouples the front wheels so that you can spin the back wheels to warm the tires up. As it's a rear bias vehicle, so a lot more of the power goes to the rear, so it goes without saying we need to warm up the rear tires, not really the front tires.
For sure.
And then line lock. Line lock is basically when you push the line lock, you're going to be on your brakes, you're going to engage the line lock,
Yep.
then you can take your foot off the brake. And what the line lock's going to do, it's going to hold your front brakes in a lock position so that you can do a burnout without the car inking forward.
Sick.
And then, yeah, when you need to finish the burnout, you just tap
Press
it
it
again.
again.
That'll get you out of the burnout box.
Yep.
And you stop the car, put the rear wheel drive off, so it's back into X drive.
Yep.
And then run mid-8
A mid-8.
with, 7.
And I think for that mid-7, I'm gonna have to push that button right there with the skull and
that's the
crossbones.
one. Yeah.
This says full send.
So full send is basically, it'll change from a single stage nitrous kit to a 2-stage nitrous kit, which basically means at a certain RPM, another 100 horsepower will be introduced via the nitrous system.
Mate, that's it.
That's something. The first stage is literally just to help you get out the hole and get the turbo going.
Yep.
But second stage it'll be added at the top.
I think what we do is once we've got the car in the air, because there's some cool things to show underneath, we talk about the pure drivetrain that we're now rocking in this car too. But shall we touch on this cool steering wheel?
As it is a race car, we use a company called, a guy named Paul from 1769. He specializes in coding out cars like this. And when I say coding out, I mean, we've removed a lot of stuff like airbags and all sorts of other safety things. And functions of the vehicle. So he codes that all out so that we can actually turn these kinds of cars into race cars and use them on the street and the strip safely. This company, on the other hand, ZESTEK.
Yeah.
So they have this plug and play solution. This is literally plug and play. We have not coded out anything. I assembled this, bolted it in, and everything works. Look, I need to still map the buttons and stuff.
Yeah.
But this is a nice solution for guys who, again, it's just something that's streetable and works at the racetrack.
For sure.
So you can code all of these as to what you want using their software, obviously.
I know you can change all the colors on here to kind of basically highlight what kind of buttons what, or to differentiate, I guess. Also, bro, the paddle, it's got like that magnetic shift, it's got the proper, guys, it's like, and of course this is a snap or steering wheel. I don't want to give away too much, but you know, a couple of these buttons here are going to be like sporty buttons.
I'll give them away. Yeah. One's going to be one's going to be anti-lag and one is your nitrous.
So yeah, so I guess the good thing about that is I'm not taking my hand off the steering wheel, so I can hit the nitrous there and I can have it on anti-lag ready for the roll racing or whatever like that. Shout out to these guys, and also shout out to TEGIWA for setting it up. They are actually now I think a dealer for ZESTEK.
Yes.
Now these modules, I believe, for a whole range of cars. Like, it's not only BMWs.
That's it.
And do you know what? I'm happy to be rocking it for functionality, but also how cool it looks. And of course, this is a snap-off steering wheel. Can I do it with one hand? Yes, I can. Look at that. So, race car now, if I want more space. And how cool does that look?
Yeah,
can I put it back on one hand? Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Can I do it? Look at that, and it lights up. Yeah, that is a proper bit of kit. So a massive shout out to ZESTEK.
And no errors. You saw when you took it off, we had no errors or anything starting to freak out. So it shows the time and development they've put into this product.
Yeah.
And the company that supplied us, I mean, I think the guy's name's Johnny.
Yes, yeah.
Very helpful guy, man. So I think you guys should check them out. I think a lot of guys are going to start moving to this type of steering wheel. It's interchangeable, so if you have that same hub on a different car, you can literally use the same steering wheel on any car. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
It's the little things, man. Trust me, like when you're trying to go fast, it's functionality and ease of use that really make the difference. And yeah, I think this little, although small, I think it's going to make a big impact. So a massive shout out to ZESTEK. Now, the car's stripped out. It's crazy, but there's some stuff to see over in the boot. Sure. Should we head over there?
Yeah.
All right. So this is a techie one today for them, bro, but it's a big update. Dream Spec.
It is. So we've, if you look throughout the vehicle, you can see we've done a wire tuck on it, which basically means we've gotten rid of anything that doesn't need to be there, and everything else has been wrapped up and tucked away. So yeah, nice and neat. I mean, even down to like the glue, trying to get the glue off the sound deadening. So little things like that. It goes a long way to saving weight in a car. So we've kept wiring quite simple. This is just a 3 relay system and a fuse box, and this is basically for the 2 fuel pumps and the water pump here in the front.
Okay.
His nitro system, that's I don't know if you got a picture of that, but that's all under there.
Okay, there you go. No, I didn't capture that before, so yeah, okay.
That's all wired in underneath.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the icebox system, about 20 litres, 24 litres if we measure capacity.
Yep.
And we'll fill this up with ice, and this will last you a couple of runs. The fuel system wise, I mean, it's on an 8 AN feed line, 6 AN inlet line, so he's got more than enough fuel for 1,300 upwards.
Okay. And when you say these numbers, 1,300, you're talking wheel, right?
I don't know why anyone else talks anything else. Like, If you want crank numbers, take the engine out and take it to
There you go, there you go.
I hate that 15%. No, it's not 15%. It's not, okay. When we talk horsepower, it's at the wheels or it's at the hubs, depending however you choose.
Yeah, unless you've got my calculator of truth. That's the only exemption, all right? Only exemption. Now, there's a lot going on underneath too, and I definitely want to touch on this gearbox because I think it is Gucci as hell. So, shall we get her in here? Let's get her up.
Let's have a look. Carrying on from the top, sure. We've obviously removed the full fuel system. The only thing left that's factory is actually still the OEM tank. Cool. But otherwise, evap system, everything else is completely removed. All the fuel lines completely removed. So this is your new fuel line, and this basically comes through bulkhead fittings. Okay. These are the two for the water tank system, for ice tank system. This is your feed to the front of the car, and this is what feeds the surge tank. Okay. So yeah, everything's been strapped up properly, so it's not going to rub on anything. And wherever there is contact, there's been provision for it. Yep. Everything follows factory lines and factory routes, even clipped into the factory holders. And basically this is, our nice 100 micron filter, our regulator. Pure
Drivetrain Solutions have come on board with us. Yeah. We know that all the fastest cars in the world are using our product. We want to be one of the fastest in the world, if not the fastest. We have pretty much went for the top boy package that they actually supply. So do you want to talk us through exactly what we're working with now?
Sure. So this is a stage 3 package from Pure Drivetrain Solutions. I started using them about 3 years ago. We used them on our first big build, and it was flawless. I mean, it never gave us a day. It changes gears faster than anything else, and you can put as much power through it as you want. It's not gonna, you're not gonna have to worry about leaving the guts on the racetrack. And to be honest, most of the records have been run on stage 2 boxes.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. So stage 3, we have bullet parts. There's nothing OEM inside this thing anymore. So everything, it's the best of the best. It's the top shelf stuff. If you're not running one of these, you're not going to compete, you're not going to break records.
Well, the thing is, like, I know there's some other companies out there trying to do it, but it's almost like they're trying to replicate what is being done, and it's not quite as good, and the cars are having mixed results. And it's almost people are trying to find a cheaper way of going fast.
There's lots of ways to spend money. So this type of thing, 20 grand or whatever it costs, you can spend 2 grand 10 times, or you can do it once. The money you're going to save doing this once, as opposed to just little bit all the time, this is the way to go. If you don't have this, you're not going to compete.
That's it.
Especially not with us.
Let's talk about this exhaust setup here, bro.
So you said you wanted to go fast. That's how you go fast, man. Short and sweet.
That's it, short and sweet.
You almost had a car with an exhaust at the bonnet.
For people wondering why there's 2 coming off here, and for people who don't know the actual setup, a lot of people go for twin screamers, which is cool. What we've opted for is the Turbo Smart straight gate. So it's actually quite a big diameter gate, so hence we've got a massive screamer pipe coming off there and our exhaust. Now, what you were telling me is you are going to V-band this in the future, so when we go and run people on the road, we can actually put a bit more of a civilized exhaust on it too.
Yeah, so look, I mean, I'm quite happy to leave it like this.
Me too, bro.
It is what it is. But at the end of the day, the car, it is for content and stuff like that. You're going to take passengers in the car. You're not going to hear anything. This is shooting right at the ground, and that noise is all coming back into the cabin. There's no sound deadening, so you will not hear anything. So I think for race days, we'll keep it like this. And then I think now for the break-in period of the gearbox, of the transmission and the engine, we will build a system, maybe a half system, or maybe we'll just go past the diff. And dump it to the ground. Then we can use that for your videos and stuff. And we can't really tune it and get the most out of it. We want it as short as possible and as big as possible. We don't want any back pressure going back into the turbocharger.
That's flow.
So yeah, we want as much flow as we can get.
These boys haven't started this car up for me yet. No. I know it runs, but I want to hear this, and I'm sure people want to hear it at home. And also kind of, we want to breathe some life into this build. It looks pretty.
So I can tell you now, this was a nightmare to get it to prime because the fuel lines are so thick and there's just so much of it. So it took us for ages to get it to prime, and then when it did prime, then we had leaks. So we had to sort all the leaks out. And if you see all these AN fittings all over the show, so we had to go through all of them twice. Then we started it, and that was like 12 o'clock last night.
Jeez.
And the new showed up this morning.
So hoping it starts again. All right, guys, so the car is now down, and we're going to let her rip. And you're telling me this has got the cold start still on.
Yeah, cold start. So I'm not going to turn it off. So we obviously tune in this car via MHD. MHD and FEMTO both came on board. FEMTO looked after us. These are the only guys that can unlock these at the moment. So if you're going to do a build like that, that's the very, very first step. Take your DME out, send it off to them, get it unlocked, and then get in touch with MHD. If you're not using MHD, you're not breaking records.
All right, cool. Okay, All right, cool. You ready?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, let's do this. All right.
Vehicle key missing. Put the key on the...
All right.
Put
all
it...
right, the suspense.
Put it... yeah, there we go.
The suspense. Ready? Oh my God! Oh my God! What on earth? What on earth? She lives!
Yeah, looking good.
We're in action! We're alive, we are ticking over. Over the front end, it's actually quite quiet for a forged engine. I know we've got the loud exhaust, but bro, this is legendary.
All things considered, I mean, that head, we know what the poundage is of the springs and stuff, and the angle of the cams and everything. It's got a little bit of chop, not too much.
Yep.
But it's quiet.
Yeah.
Not much louder than a stock motor.
Hey, this is crazy. Guys, what you're witnessing right now is literally the first start of greatness, because where we're about to go with this car, we're going to space. We're at the space station already. We got one more stop before we hit the moon. All good. Oh my God! Woo! Get out another hit, bro. Oh my!
That thing's mad, man. Wait.
Uh-oh. What's he up to?
I put it in sport.
He put it in. Oh my God! What on earth? It is busting flames! This is epic.
You see, it doesn't sound like a B58 at all.
Mate, listen, all I'm saying is if you own a B58, you should be worried. You should be worried right now because...
You're all fighting for second place now.
Woo! Like that. Let's knock her off and we're going to talk you through phase 4 and 4. Let's go.
So you've seen, we were talking a lot about the nitrous system. This is our nitrous bottle. We've still got to install some stuff. We've already started finishing it off and we're painting certain pieces the same color as the bodywork. Some of the nozzles and wiring that it still needs to go in.
Yep.
This will go more, we'll go more into depth with this as we're using it and showing you. And everything. But yeah, anyway, up to 50 to 250 shot of nitrous. Okay. That's what this solenoid can handle. Brake-wise, so we work with a company in America called VTT. They do all kinds of like little cool parts and stuff for drag specific projects, which is perfect for us. So these are scalloped rear brake discs, and we've got some lighter, these are actually Willwoods, they've just machined their logo in it. Okay. But yeah, calipers, so that's for the rears, and basically this allows us to run a smaller wheel. So the reason we want to run a smaller wheel so we can have a bigger tire, more grip. Coming back to the rear section of the car and safety and stopping, we have the parachute. So once we start achieving around 155 upwards, 160 upwards exit speed, and because you've obviously taken some braking away from the rear, we need a bit more stabilization and slowing down power. So that's where this parachute comes in. So anything that goes hairy, you can drop the laundry and she'll straighten out the car. You just got to learn how to use it, and hopefully we've spec'd it to the right weight and size of the car. And then drag shocks. This basically just allows us to dial in the rear suspension a bit better. Cool. How much squat and rebound we want out of the car. This is all geared towards traction and getting us out of the hole quickly. So we need to achieve sub 2 seconds, 0 to 60s. 60 foots, again, we need to be around the 1.3 mark. Anything faster than that's just a bonus. And these are the products that are going to help us to get there.
Wicked.
This is just part of your PVC system. As I was speaking about, it's a whole litre. And this we're going to be putting inside that cavity where we were going to put the surge tank. So we're going to be putting that in a way. Anything that goes wrong with the engine, this is normally the first thing that gives you an indication that something's not healthy inside the engine. This is just an X-Drive controller. This basically allows us to switch between X-Drive and rear-wheel drive. So this is just to lower the nose. We need to bring the nose down for the weight transfer. So we lower the nose so when she leaves, we can transfer all the weight nicely to the back.
Right, now it's actually interesting that you've mentioned weight, because right now we have prepped and ready pretty much a corner weighting system right here, which is going to give us the true weight of this car in its kind of, let's say, more diet spec kind of look after you guys have done all the weight saving, plus the seats being out, our new seats and everything like that. Now, don't get me wrong, some bits are going in, but some other bits are coming off, like we mentioned off camera, wheels, etc., etc.
Yeah, we still got a lot of weight to lose.
Yeah. So essentially, this is going to be quite a good indication to how heavy the car
How much
is
more
gonna
weight we need to lose.
Oh, okay, all right, fair
How much
play.
more weight we need to lose. We need to be 1400s, otherwise
It's really.
we need to be there. I mean, we've got to try to get as close to that 1-to-1 ratio.
Now, I love that, 1-to-1. What's interesting too is 1400s for the people at home. They'll probably be like, that's not that light, but this car is not that light in stock form.
Nah.
It's what, 1770?
Almost 17, yeah, 1770. So it's give or take.
Bro,
That's heavy.
That's heavy for such
That's
a
a
small
tank.
car. Now, let's do some guesstimations because no one actually knows right now. We literally have set up, so we're all about to find out together. What do you
fine.
think this weighs right now?
I'm gonna say mid 1600. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, 60. I'll settle on 1650.
Okay.
I've
All
got
right.
a feeling I've
Shout out, boys, shout out.
1680.
1680 on the right.
I'm saying 1590.
15s. I have no clue, so I'm just guessing. I'm gonna say 1640. So we're gonna go a little bit lighter. Let's get it in kg. Let's get it metric.
We'll go imperial as well, just for the American.
Oh yeah, for the Americans. Yep. All right.
Not the overseas people, just the Americans.
Just the Americans. All right. So as the weight kind of all goes down onto this car. Oh my God. 1543 kg.
Oh,
15. Bro,
I
you've
did
lost
not
230 kg.
And we're still gonna be losing pounds.
Bro, that's 3 people. That's 3 slim people. So for the American audience,
We're
this
3,400.
3,400 pounds right there. That is big weight
That's a
saving,
lot,
man.
eh?
People at home will know to lose weight is not, well, I mean, weight saving in the car is not that easy. To lose weight at home too is not that easy. Let me get in the car. You hold this, and we find out exactly what it is. So 1543. All right, I've been on a diet for this moment.
Oh, no,
you want to go straight back up to 1770. Let's have it. How much?
Yeah, you need to go back to gym, pal.
1624.
1624. Now the world knows how much I weigh. Now we all know. So there we go. Look, even with me getting out, we've lost another kg. It now, 2 kgs. It now weighs, oh, no, it's went back up. Firstly, a massive shout out to yourself, Chris, for
cheers,
like accommodating everything that's happened here, the work rate everyone here at Osprey has put in, and literally just making this happen because people have just witnessed what is going to be one of the fastest BMWs in the world.
Should be.
Hopefully now they know we're serious. The car runs, starts, we're not far off. Couple of weeks, I think I'm going to be back. First drive, get her dialed in and start sending her. She's good to go. I know you guys need to do some braking in, for about 500 miles on the engine and the gearbox.
That's it.
And then, just get it dialed in and we are good to go. So what I just want to say is a massive shout out to each and everyone who's come on board with this build. From start to finish, you've seen as we systematically went through the parts we're using on this car, we have cut no corners and we've only worked with the best. So massive shout out to everyone involved so far with this build. We won't say too much, but essentially we will be
Everyone
promoting
involved will be represented appropriately.
Everyone will be on this car, and that's coming very soon too, which is also going to change the look of the car. Also, you'll find links to everyone we've mentioned down below in the description, so you can find these good companies if you wish to, I don't know, you want to go as crazy as us, or you want to go whatever you want to do. I'm sure they've got a solution for you. So yeah, a massive shout out, and once again, thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much.
It's a team effort. Can't do it without the boys.
Yeah, no, thank you, boys. Really appreciate it. And finally, what I also want to do is I want to push and urge people to go over to your YouTube channel, because if people have seen the episode so far, they know that, right, we've done a bit of a deep dive today, but if you really want the tech specs, you want to see all the behind the scenes, your channel and the way you guys have been documenting it is like 10/10. So I really urge people to go over to Osprey and hit that subscribe to see more cool stuff on this car and other cool content. Bro, I don't think there's much more to say apart from, I guess, if you enjoy this kind of content, thumbs up would help. We've got our sick car. You want to see more of it, smash the subscribe over here on this channel. And yeah, without further ado, one more time, bro, you're the man. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.